Okay, guys, now that our Halloween stream with House of Ashes is done, we'll get back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. See if I remember how to play. Just came back here, found this NPC, let's see what he has to say. Incredible, I didn't think anyone could find this place. This is your gift from heaven. Oh, I mean, forgive my rudeness. I'm Regnard, the Stargazer. I'm very pleased to meet you. I think you might be the only one who can help me. Why is that? The undead roam near the entrance to our caves. They were once great warriors. Now they're just corpses, raised to undeath through some foul ritual. I'm very interested in one of them. You see, I studied the history of Sarkoris. Legend tells of a great ruler named El Berege, who was buried with his mighty sword, the Rage of Ice. Of course, most people think it's just a myth, but when the guards told me they defeated an undead that was wearing ancient armor and wielding an ornate sword, I almost lost my mind. The guards don't want to get near the corpse again, even if he really is dead this time. But maybe you could bring me the Rage of Ice? Just think, we could prove that Eol Berege, the Master of Iz, really existed. It would be a breakthrough in historical research. I can do that. I don't know, thank you. Why do you have so many weapons? Collect ancient Sarkorian artifacts to study their history. Find ways to escape the monotony of life in this temple. If we didn't, I think we'd lose our minds. Anyway, this is what I do. Thanks to Cabriri's cultists, there's plenty of material for me to study, though it's somewhat lacking in variety. What are these atrocities committed by Cabriri's cultists? You must have seen them when the demons realized the inhabitants of Iz were fleeing down the river. Cultists of Cabriri, Lord of Ghouls, disturbed the slumber of the noble chieftains who were sent to their rest in the lake near the temple. Chieftains sailed on ornate barges to Pulura's temple, and then were sent on to the waterfall. The waterfall is all dried up now, of course, but at the time it was part of a ritual ceremony. When they went on their final journey, the chieftains were dressed in their best armor, their most prized weapons placed at their side. They were also given a ritual dagger with an epitaph on its hilt. According to the legends, the great chieftains were just sleeping, and they would awaken whenever Sarkoris was threatened. The legends were true in a manner of speaking. They woke up, and thanks to the demons, they destroyed everyone who stood in their way. They still can't rest in peace, although the cultists have long since abandoned these lands. Luckily, the undead kill demons too, so in some strange way, those our ancestors are protecting us. Alright. And with that, I'll be on my way. Christree? It's her title, not her name, I guess. They don't need money. An elf stargazer is studying a pile of parchments. His appearance is disheveled, and his attention seems to be entirely focused on the calculations in front of him. And again, I know it. That confirms everything. When the elf notices your presence, he looks up from his work. The commander of Dresden, incredible. I never thought I'd hear those words. My name is Teriel. I'm a stargazer. Tell me this, Commander. You make the rules in Dresden, but do you also abide by them? I gotta set an example, don't I? Such noble words. It's been a long time since I've seen a leader who doesn't think they're above the rules. You must know the person I'm talking about, of course, Kater. Want to accuse Kater of something? I've known him for ages. Trust me, we were close friends for a long time. He certainly knows how to make a good impression. But if you look beyond his fake exterior, you'll begin to see his true nature. Points to parchments, which are filled with columns and strange digits and symbols. Look for yourself. It's obvious. A week ago, it was a stone tree. 3 months ago, it was the outskirts of Wintersun. And 20 years ago, it was the outskirts of Dresden. 50 years ago, it was Iz. And finally, 70 years ago, the stone tree. I assume He is visiting someone, most likely a woman. Ah, yes, forgive me. I haven't spoken to anyone about this for a while. To me, it is as clear as day, but I can understand how you might find my calculations confusing. The stars tell me about Katir's movements, and I can assure you sometimes he goes to places that are not filled with demons and cultists, but with wine and women. Take Dresden, for example. You see, Katir has forbidden anyone who remained in the temple from seeing their family. He says it is dangerous. We must keep the secret for our lair. But for some reason, the rule doesn't apply to him. We all vowed to stay within these walls and fulfill our duty, yet he gets to leave the temple whenever he wants. So what is he up to out there? I bet my life that he's going to see his wife, Himris, or some other woman. What other reason could he have go to the stone tree? Dresden was still under control of demons 20 years ago. If you'd been really keeping an eye on Kater, you'd know that. You're right. I keep forgetting what happened in Dresden. It's hard to remember everything, but one thing I'm absolutely clear. Kater went to Stone Tree 70 years ago. And I know that because we haven't spoken since then. Well, of course, I have no need to keep track of his comings and goings. Why would I? I don't speak to him, but he's been away for a long time. Alejandra asked me to check on him to make sure he's still alive. That's why I have these calculations. So you see, it's nothing personal. I simply want what's best for the temple. What's Stone Tree? It's a tall tree, withered and petrified even before the demons invaded. For some reason, it remained standing. It's supposed to be a sacred place they hold. I mean, they used to hold celebrations and weddings there. Ymris and Kater got married there too, you know, so it all makes sense. I'll see where he goes. Excellent. He definitely stopped at Stone Tree. I wouldn't be surprised if he's cozying up to some beauty from Winter Sun in the cave somewhere. Probably feasting with her and laughing at us fools for trusting him. Hey, Pulura, keep you safe. Now where did I put my quote? I need to attack the rich one now and get bored. Yes, I want to begin the search for Targona. I believe it's most important. Well then, let's go to the temple. May Power Pulura help us find that which we have lost. Massager temples. It says it worked, but everything was so strange. I saw a place, and the road that leads to it is to the south of here, within the boundaries of the world wound. but I didn't see Targona. Something separates us from her. She's not on a different plane, yet she's not fully on this plane either. However, there's one thing I can say with certainty. The creator of the sword is not dead. Her heart still beats. Praise heaven. Thank you, righteous Oleandra. And you, champion. It is possible I could be reunited with my dear sister and companion. This day is joyful indeed. Afraid this day is not as joyful as you may think, Angel. My scouts just returned. There's an unknown detachment moving in this direction. They look like cultists. They're coming straight toward us, like they know we're here. Not sure what's going on, but we have to stop them. Someone have discovered the secret of Pulura's fall? My heart is filled with worry for the temple and its brave inhabitants. Champion, let's go and help Kater. Yes, please go with him. You are the knight commander of the crusade, and Kater is our faithful ranger and protector. Surely together you can hold off the cultists. The herald of Iomede, the Lightbringer, should remain here. Cannot risk him being seen outside the temple. I'll go gather the soldiers and then follow the commander and Kater. They followed us here? Can't say for sure, but we should expect the worst. Let's get on it. Just spin around in a circle like that.
Make my own legend.
No time for debates.
Henry, have mercy on us. We may have failed to ask you to save us. Are these really cultists? Damn it. I don't want to watch undead killing some people. Cultists of the insidious Saren Ray. We must stop them.
I can't cast it like that. You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
The light. Take you. You're irrelevant.
Exhausted by the battle with the undead, the alleged cultists sit on in wary silence. Only one of them dares to speak up. He seemed to be the de facto leader of the group. Mercy! We ask for mercy! He shoulders his droop slightly, though he tries to appear confident, and in that moment you suddenly realize you've seen him before. It was in the vision you had when you were in the caves near Kennebrus. This tall half-elf was among those who betrayed Lariel and offered prayers to the monster who killed him. These past years have aged him, and he is no longer young, yet despite his gray hair and worn features, his manner and bearing have not changed. He looks at the fallen angel in your vision, the same mixture of boldness and uncertainty that you see before you now. Who are you? State your names. Kater does not lower his weapon. Stern gaze. How can I send him who begs for mercy was among the traitors who lured Angel Lariel into a trap. The leader of the cultists turns pale at the sound of Lariel's name. His lips tremble, but he seems to have lost the ability to speak. What? Traitors and demon worshippers here? We shouldn't have helped them. We must finish what the undead started. Kater, stop! We can't kill those who beg humbly for mercy, or we'll be no better than the demons. When I look into their souls, I see grief, fear, and repentance, not evil. We must take them to the temple and heal them, then ask questions. Damn it, priestess, are you out of your mind? Just revealed the secret to total strangers. Durden, forgive me, and you, Kater, as well. You're a great warrior, the best we have, but I cannot take your side in this. And if we went along with you, I would be ashamed to see my own reflection in the holy waters of Pulura. I am the High Priestess of Pulura's Fall Guards. I order you to take these people to the temple. And on the subject of secrets, Commander, you should talk to the prisoner yourself. I believe you will see the truth of his heart, the absence of evil in his soul. Oh, full plate, oh boy.
The spirits guide me.
They will break against our resolve.
I'll cut you wide open.
Why did she get out of the way up there?
The spirits demand your blood.
Zap. Funerary dagger of Agna the Spinstress. Iron Chieftain, the hilt bears a falling epitaph. I am the mighty chief, Anga the Spinstress. I use my husband's hair to spin the string with which I strangled his murderers. That is the most emo metal thing I've ever heard. Oh, big pile of gold there. I'll use some saves. What's this? Egwart the Snake. With the epitaph, I am a mighty chief, Egwart the Snake. In the forests of Sarkoris, none could match my cunning or my knowledge of poisons. Okay.
We will be victorious.
Should have listened to reason.
How the hell you idiots get up there?
Mind over muscle.
That's how you hit them.
Tech cancel on a prayer. Any good AoE we can use?
I'll remove this obstacle.
The goddess protects us. Magrigium Turinos.
I'll watch your back.
Wintry Stormraven. I'm a mighty chief. I'm a Stormraven. The spirits spoke with me and granted me power like no one has ever seen. Why aren't you special?
Something over there.
This one is detecting a pattern here. This is in Balta the Fire-Haired. My blood-red hair burned as bright as the fortress of my enemies. Okay.
Let us be off.
Please, be careful.
I distinctly saw something else there. I saw the outline of like a sword or something. I'm certain of it.
Let's move.
A success worthy of praise.
I was a ship that once bore the Corn Chieftain on their final journey. Always save my game, shouldn't I?
I refuse to accept their statement.
Corpulent Spectre. And
Forwards! You're done for.
Into the fray! I'm done with you. The Inheritor, guide my blade.
oh, thanks for the chicken wing. You know, 8 armor and a golden, which is a long sword. Can we take this longsword of his? Amara the Sky Reader. Stars revealed their secrets to me and gave me guidance as I led the Black Earth clan into battle.
Something over there.
Orin the Bear, the Bloodstone clan, and the Vale Moon clan bowed before me. Okay. These daggers must be for a puzzle.
Yet another obstacle. Forwards!
Not too social.
Be gone, fiend!
They're coming up left and right, aren't they? Lil the Quick. Mighty Chief, Lil the Quick. No enemy could escape me or took them like a storm.
Can't hide from me.
Pearson. The Mighty Chief, Ruhad the Book Reader. No one could match my knowledge of books or my skill in the art of war. I would certainly want you on my side, sir.
Now what is that?
The old doll ran to crookedly into its side. Iran? Did you ran to Iran?
Let me help.
I'll watch your back.
It's stupid.
Let us be off.
Save the last one for me. You're irrelevant.
You crossed the wrong mongrel.
I'll cut you wide open.
Holy crap, these just never end. Chief, I did the sweet voice. Whenever I went, wars ended and sworn enemies were reconciled. Chief, earned the Ore Master. I traded the dwarves and weapons of the Fian clan with the best in the land. I am Mighty Chief Vijdeli the Wayfinder. I reached the end of the steppe, and there I built the houses of my clan, the envy of Ustalav.
The world has suffered enough.
You can trust me.
Matritium Turinos! Matritium Turinos!
Tombstone grave the falling up to Kater, a Sakorian ranger. He walked many paths, but the last led him to Pharasma's boneyard. Weird. Tombstone resembles a thin, tall tree, and the surface feels like strip of tree bark. Oh, this is the stone tree. He went to a grave with his name on it? Seems pretty sketchy.
Could move.
Got my buds here.
Rely on me. A bright future
ready to move
awaits
out.
us. No reason to pause.
open to ideas.
We won't fall here. I swear it.
Let's do again. Evil creatures with embarrassed mistake, fortitude throw becomes second for now. Outsiders. Good line creatures never getting equals to sacred bonus type rules for. Okay, so it's.
Begone, fiend!
The light. Take you. This will leave a bruise.
Let's keep pumping those out, Socio.
Pain is excruciating.
Forwards! We won't falter! Did you see that?
Save here.
Well, this didn't go well.
That's why we save, Scumland. Don't worry about it one bit.
The mongrel did it.
Well,
The goddess protects us.
Lions, what does that do? Oh, wait, no, wait.
Magri, Turino, Adventures await.
That's why I love Greater Restoration so much.
Are you ready
It gets
to
rid
move
of
out?
that negative level bullshit. Shall we give Hungry Pit a try? See if it likes ghosts.
We will be victorious.
Apparently not.
Right, take you.
I'll remove this obstacle. You should have listened to reason.
Did you see that? You've crossed the wrong mark.
The damn pit's in the way.
This is my path.
Okay, this is just a little area then. Hopefully this guy has the sword we need.
Let us be off.
How long does that last for
Require my
exactly?
unbiased opinion?
1 round plus 1 round per level. Which ends exactly now.
We should move.
Yet another obstacle.
Oh boy, what did I wake up? Go hand the one-eyed. Optimize the sacrifice of spirits. I've got a future, so it works. Other earth elemental. Acid. Oh, great, there's 2 of them. Would you look at that? Oh boy. And they're right next to my casters as well.
Into the fray.
This is perfect, guys. Oh, you're gonna have to fix something.
This'll leave a bruise. I'm all right. This'll leave a bruise.
50 on future. You're so. With the world evolving, you're so.
All right. I'm all right.
What the hell happened to him? Oh no. Lockpick. Sure, I'll take your quartz. I earned it. And pages from a Sarkorian book. Years later, into the mountain valley, which for many years had lain uninhabited and had fallen to a state of desolation, rode the prideful rider. His steed was wild and fleet, his tall stiff helm shone like a gilded mask, and his sharply curved bow could strike from a thrice times 300 paces away. Dauntlessly did the rider ride in the remains of the settlement, and, drawing up beside the stone pillars into which were carved the images of the ancestors, he bowed low before them, and then he sliced open his palm and blooded the same stones. Then the rider unbridled his mount and sent him off, for his loyal companion would be of no use to him in the cramped caves. The rider checked the bowstring and descended into the depths, sat down the largest of the caves, and waited. Soon the pack appeared. They were hungry, wasted, and such even more vicious, for it had long since they had eaten human flesh they so favored. But the rider pulled his bowstring tight and let fly arrow after arrow. The darkness was no obstacle, as he used sound to guide his aim, until each, down to the very last, was stocked full. Perishing, the last of the pack creatures opened its maw, and into the follower's voice asked, "Who are you, mighty rider, who does not fear to tread here and end my cursed and rotten life? Tell me your name, my lord, and tell me from what noble clan do you hail?" The rider removed his tall helm, with its gilded mask and long braids tumbled from far beneath it. It was no man, but the daughter of the wise patriarch, who, on the brink of his death, made her swear one final vow, a vow of vengeance. For years she had roamed, bearing in her heart cold malice and righteous fury for all sorcerers and their ilk. For years her arrows had cut down despicable sorcerers, while her conviction had only grown in strength and certainty. And at least the hour had come for her to return, and to avenge the clan, whose name had now been condemned to obscurity. She did not answer for the dying monster, for vile sorcerers are undeserving of even a word for a worthy person's lips. He burned the pack, stinking bodies, left the caves, bowed before the ancestors one last time, and departed, never again to return. Absolutely riveting.
Onwards.
Spring run dry. Do the prisoners command you to talk to this person? What person? The leader of the newcomers, of course. And where would they be?
Let us be off.
Oh yeah. Who knew was Dagger and under corpse not far from the temple? All recognize that work. When we ship daggers like this tell the story of our great pride and great sorrow. Did you know this temple used to be a gate through which Sarkorian chieftains passed into eternity? When rivers flowed with water, badges would depart from Iz, carrying the waters of the deceased chieftains. Once the bodies arrived here, the proper rituals were observed. The dead were sent on their final journey. The burial barge would be set on fire, and the chieftains would set off their last journey aboard the flaming vessel. I myself performed such rites for 2 chieftains, but the whirlwind did not spare our sacred waterfall or our dead. When the water began to dry up, the cultists of Kabiri turned the bodies of our chieftains into undead. We sheltered behind the walls of our temple, all the while knowing our noble chieftains had been made into monsters. They roamed the area, killing the refugees who were trying to flee the dying Sarkoris. What an ignominious end. Forgive me, the wound has not yet healed, and likely never will, but if you can, bring peace to the chieftains and bring me their weapons. At least 21 of the monsters raised by these cultists still remain. And I lose all the... There we are. The Temple of Pulura, how strange, I didn't think it had survived. Who you are and what part you played in the death of the angel Ariel. My name is... Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't want to reveal the name of my clan and bring shame upon it, and my own name means nothing. I am a Sarkorian by birth, but I came to Mendev with refugees when I was a child. I grew up in an orphanage at Iomedes' temple, and when I was just old enough, I joined the Crusaders there. I was a good scout, inquisitive, daring, not afraid to go into the most dangerous places. At least that's what my commanding officer thought. In truth, though, I've been drawn to the forbidden and the dangerous. When an angel came to my commanding officer and asked for a few people to accompany him on a dangerous mission, they chose me. The angel wanted to find the outcasts, those first crusaders who either succumbed to demonic corruption or were accidentally infected. The outcasts gave birth to mutated children. According to rumors, they sought refuge in the caves beneath Kenabras, away from the judging eyes and pyres. I was sent there to look for the traces of their presence, and those caves are deadly, an immense labyrinth of passages running deeper and deeper all the way down to Darklands. And after hearing of the angel's plan to descend into that place, someone decided to make it his grave. I probably have no right to ask forgiveness for what I've done, but I was very young, and I never liked being a crusader. Rising early in the morning, training and marching in formation, I had been forced to do that my whole life. In the orphanage where I grew up, all the children were made to march like little soldiers as soon as they could walk. But the promised something different, something new. He said we shouldn't be afraid of demons. Sure, narrow-minded prigs that claimed demons were murderers and destroyers, but that wasn't true. Demons were actually strong and free. They were ready to share their power and freedom with any who would join them, and I believed him. I often thought about how Arilu Vorlish, an ordinary Sarkorian just like me, ascended to incredible heights after she chose to serve Deskari. If it worked for her, I thought, why not me? So I agreed to betray the angel. I lied to him and told him I'd found the outcast he was looking for and lured him into a trap. Are you remorseful? Yes and no. There is a fine line between remorse and disillusionment. He gave me power just as he promised. I spent years in the cult of Deskari enjoying that power and basking in the adoration of the weak. And yet, well, I saw so many crusaders who fought with honor until the very end. When I looked into their eyes, I remembered the proud, noble spirit of the angel that I had betrayed. I missed the camaraderie, the sincerity. 70 years is a long time, even for a half-elf. And I see many things differently now than I did when I was young. Who is this he you keep talking about? He is the Echo of Deskari. He is an avatar of the great demon lord, his archpriest. He once led the fight against the god Arodin, but was defeated. He has never forgotten or forgiven those responsible for his humiliation. And he knows you are here. He was the one who guided us to this place. He brought us to the wasteland and told us to move forward in search of the unknown. I knew that the Herald of the Lightbringer is here with you somewhere. Warn him. Warn him the Echo knows he is here. That is all I can do for you. Okay then. Hear the sounds of conversation. Linder and Kater appear to have an intense discussion. Their voices are not raised. We feel tension between them, like gathering storm that could break at any moment. I have already apologized for using my powers as a high priestess to pressure you like I did, but I had to intervene. You had brought harm to those poor, miserable people. I can read the souls of others, and when I looked at them, I saw no evil, only fear and grief. Enough, priestess. I don't mind you giving me a tongue lashing. You can scold me as much as you want, I won't be offended, but do not expect me to forget about my duty. I am responsible for the safety of this temple, and that safety is threatened by those cultists. We need to interrogate them, and if necessary, torture them until they reveal the truth of how they came to be here. Was it by chance or by choice? Even if it's the former, letting them go is out of the question. They may not have any evil intentions, but they still cannot be trusted. If they prove their innocence, they will remain here as prisoners. My righteous friends, your words are an endless circle. You have gone round and round. You are no closer to making a decision. Most important information, the leader of the cultists serves the Echo of Deskari. And the monster knows the hand of the inheritor is here at the temple. The Echo of Deskari! This is an enemy I know. The Echo is a terrible monster and a formidable foe. Few are his equal. He is an avatar of Deskari, alike in form, but possessing an independent consciousness and unrelenting malice. Is he responsible for Lariel's death? No, don't bother, Pi. I already know the answer. You see, Eliandra? We let a serpent inside our house. The serpent of a demonic beast. Let me interrogate him, along with the others. They showed up outside our walls at the exact same time as the Herald and the Knight Commander. I do not believe they are here by accident. Enough, Kater. I forbid you from conducting an interrogation. Not just for the sake of those poor people, but for your sake as well. Your soul is pure and devoted to duty, but every time you justify bad behavior for a good cause, you take a step toward evil. Priestess sermons and sermons priestesses. Since we seem to be paying compliments now, I'll give you some of my own. I know you're practically a saint, Eliandra. We all believe in the importance of this mission, but it's not just the will of Pulura that keeps us here, it is also you. Your leadership inspires us, and sometimes holiness is not enough. Sometimes someone has to get their hands dirty, do what needs to be done. Well, he did admit to formally serving Deskari, so that he's probably on the mend. I'll go with Eliandra here. Plus, that guy's kind of sketchy because he goes to visit that grave. Fine, I'll make sure one of our friends gets a feast and soft feather beds. Sure, everything walks away. Discord among allies. Such a thing weighs on me heavily. Somebody help! It's the cultist, the one who didn't wanted to give his name. He started shaking, whispering something, and this haze surrounded him. All the guards around him lost consciousness, and he got up, started walking toward the tunnel entrance like he was leaving. We don't know what to do. We need to get there at once. Make haste. Pulura, protect us. Let us get there quickly. Schnell, schnell.
Let's move.
Talk to this guy. Spare my commands. I didn't do anything. They believe we were looking for shelter and resin. I deceived them too, and now I will die. I have become a worm in the abyss. I deserve nothing more. You recognize the monster that towers over the cultist's blood-soaked body. You've seen this beast before. It appeared in a vision you had about the death of Lario when you were in the caves beneath Kenabras. The monster looks like Deskari, a hideous cross between a human and a locust. It sways on thin legs as its head turns from side to side. However, it does not seem to be frightened or aggressive. On the contrary, it seems strangely calm, as if completely unaffected by its current surroundings.
In anticipation of your questions, I will provide you with some answers. Yes, you have fallen into my trap. Even you fell for it, Hand of the Upstart. It has been many years since I caught your angel in the caves beneath Kenabras and allowed him to leave his flaming sword in the stone. He promised that sooner or later, someone would remove it, and I decided to believe him. I kept a watch on the sword. I have watched and waited all these years, waited for the promise to come true, for the sword's new owner to bring me to you, to take me to the secret temple. You protected it well. In fact, the temple is still hidden from my sight, but I do not need to see the temple in order to destroy it. I simply need to know where it is.
Oh, Deskari, I presume.
Knight Commander. That is how one ought to address you, yes. I've been watching you for a long time, and I already know how, when, and where I'm going to kill you. Mortal children like to tear the wings off of flies and butterflies, and I in turn like to have my fun with the inheritor's pets.
Silence, Echo! You fiend! Do you think I do not see your secret desire? Eredin overthrew you. He brought his hand down upon you and crushed you like a gnat. Since that day, you have nursed your resentment and jealousy, letting them fester within you. You are too much of a coward for honest combat. You prefer to ambush your prey, striking from the shadows. I will put an end to this. I will put an end to you. And you will take the secret of Pulura's fall with you to your grave.
There is so much you do not see, Herald.
Suddenly Echo stops short. His head twitches from side to side, then falls towards his chest. His hands hang limply like a doll. Time seems to slow as he stands there unmoving. The air grows thick and heavy, then the Echo raises his head, turning it from side to side as if assessing his surroundings. As you look into his blank eyes, you realize it is no longer the Echo who stares back at you, but someone entirely different.
Let's see. The stench of the upper planes in the abyss. Colorful flashes. Magic that deflects the gaze and obscures the vision. It must be Pulura, the mistress of bright lights, who has tried to hide her temple in my domain. How could you let such a thing happen, Iomade, the imposter? Don't you feel sorry for your angelic allies? You should have just ordered them to serve their priesthood on a platter to me. The end result would be the same.
Geralt's knuckles are white as he grips the hilt of his sword, but the angel remains silent. Is Deskari himself speaking? Could he attack us?
I do not know the limits of his power, but if he decides to attack, I will protect you, even if it costs me my life. I will do my best to carry you to a safe place.
So, my Echo has found the Temple of Pulura. I wouldn't call it an achievement, but it's not bad for a maggot molded from the souls and bodies of mortals. What else? Gold, light, a sweet smell. It all seems suspiciously like heaven. Well then, Iomade the imposter, whom have you sent? Could it be your herald? And your new pet from Canabras? Or have I already killed that one? I lose track of such things. There are so many of them fussing about with their halos and wings, babbling their long, arduous prayers to some self-proclaimed goddess. Will you ever get tired of sending your favorites to the slaughter?
Not really.
Nothing to say, imposter? One day I will knock on the doors of heaven and you will have to answer. So remain silent for now and observe. Today there will be no bloodshed. I will send the Echo back to the abyss right now.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Feel a strange, oppressive presence suddenly disappear. The Echo remains still, frozen, as if in a trance.
You will not take our secret to the abyss, you monster!
That's where you're wrong, kiddo.
Your main flaw is predictability, pawns of heaven. I already know your next move, your methods, your plans of defense. I know how to catch you off guard, and it's as simple as catching a bird in a cage. I will return to the abyss as my lord has ordered, but I am not retreating in defeat. I am carrying off my prey. The screams of your stupid priestess will haunt your every waking moment, and thoughts of her will taunt you in the silence of the night. She will be my entertainment until you are within my grasp.
I wasn't done with her. Damn the demons and their cunning guile. The Echo escaped with a prisoner, and I could do nothing to stop it. I was only able to protect you. The Echo of Deskari doesn't want to face me in a fair fight, so it attacks my friends and allies. The Echo of Deskari has taken Alejandro. She was the heart of Pulura's fall, and now that heart has been ripped out. Deskari himself spoke to us. I won't say he spoke to us. He was addressing my celestial lady Iomade. He must have thought she was watching us. The demon lord never wastes time communicating with mortals, or even celestials. He barely notices us, or at least pretends not to. Why didn't the Echo fight? Not easy to explain without delving more deeply in the nature of demons, and more specifically the Echo of Deskari. Demons are created by the Abyss to have a single purpose. They made to destroy, desecrate, and torture. The Echo of Deskari is not a real demon. He is a monstrous creator, used his own power and the souls of his mortal followers to make the Echo into what he is today. Not born into the Abyss, but into Golorion, and Deskari wanted to use him to open a way to the world. I have faced this monster before and have defeated it many battles, but his soul is infinitely vile and filled with pride. Pride that has been wounded. The Echo suffered a terrible defeat at the hands of Arodin and was exiled to the Abyss, vanquished and disgraced. Then his pride took another blow in which Arlilu Vorlish succeeded where he had failed. She opened the way for demonic hordes to enter the mortal world. So if you wish to understand the Echo, you must understand that he is wounded and angry, eager to have revenge for all his grievances and defeats. And that's why it's not enough for him to simply kill his enemies, even when he can easily overpower them. He wants those who stand against him to suffer and thrash in helpless rage, just as he did. That's why he chose not to fight, and why he did not bring a horde of demons with him, even though he has them at his command. No, he wants sadness and terror to poison our souls. He wants our hearts to be heavy with grief when we think about the ally he has stolen from us. The Echo wants our minds to be filled with horrors and torture of the Abyss, so that when we sleep, the screams of pain and prayers for help become the nightmares that wake us from our slumber. Damn it, Angel. Do you want me to howl with rage and sadness? Alejandra is in the hands of that monster, and I can't even rush to her rescue because I bear sole responsibility for the entire community. Demons know the temple exists. The temple's inhabitants must be brought to Dresden. I will speak with everyone, and if necessary, organize a retreat to safety. However, I can tell you that none of them wish to flee. If I ask them to save themselves, the answer will be no. We have given too much to this mission. We cannot abandon it now. We must finish it for Pulura, for the memory of Sarkoris, and for the entire world. We will stay in this temple for as long as it takes to finish our work, even if we have to fend off the demons. Besides, even if the demons know exactly the location of the temple, Pulura's patronage still shields our sanctuary from their eyes. We will stand our ground, I have faith. What can we do to save Echo's victim? He went to the Abyss, to the rasping rifts, the dominions of his lord. Even if our hearts wish it, we cannot simply rush after him. Incursions into the Abyss are 100 times more dangerous than anything you faced before, champion. So dangerous, I would not risk sending you there unless it was absolutely necessary. I will return you to Dresden, and then I will send a message to heaven. If I turn the sources of wisdom, perhaps I will find something that will help. We must not lose hope, no matter how dire things may seem. And I would ask you, mighty champion, to look for Targona the Angel. She is a light that must shine among the ranks of Crusaders once more. One day we will find the Echo of Deskari what he deserves, and will save everyone he has ever threatened. But now it's time for us to return to Dresden, champion. Prepare for war. What do you think we've been doing this whole time? Want that rest for ceremonial daggers? Oh well. Okay guys, I guess that's it for today. Yeah, we're back in the saddle at least. Yeah, thanks for watching. I look forward to see what happens in the future. Bye bye for now.